I feel like you got here.
Like in half an hour, what? It's okay, I didn't think this was real.
Well, I
everybody, and welcome to week 11 of baby theus' updates. He is now 11 weeks old, which is getting closer to being 3 months old, which I cannot believe that I've been having this little guy in my arm for 3 months. Wow, he is now 12 pounds even. I was a little concerned about his weight gain, but from last week he's gained 6 ounces, which they're supposed to gain 5 to 7 ounces for the first 6 months. So he is only 11 weeks old, so he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. I have still been pumping, and I have a whole lot in storage. The last time I counted, I had 70 ounces, and I did use a little bit, but not as much as I've been pumping. And one of these days I pumped like 22 ounces, so I've got plenty in storage for when he's ready for some baby oatmeal. I can add that to that. Or if I ever have an emergency where I do need somebody to be able to watch him, or I'm unable to feed him in a situation, I do have that available for him. So that is really good. I have decided today to kind of take a pumping break, and you know, if I get engorged or something like that, I will definitely pull out the pump. But if I'm not engorged, we're just gonna chill at home today and really just feed the baby straight from the source. I'm not gonna pump or anything like that today because I need a day off, you know, just me and him. We're always running. I think I told y'all that we had an appointment coming up with a urologist to check on a birth defect for him. We have gone to that appointment. The original belief was that theus was born with something called Hypospaidious. Basically it is on his little boy parts, and in the opening of the penis you're supposed to have the hole where you urinate out at the very top. And in little boys who have this condition, it usually is in a different place or off to the side or something that could cause problems with potty training and stuff like that. Some of these boys have it so low that they would have to pee on their feet or sit down to pee for their whole their whole life. And we are very blessed that he does not have that, even though that's what we thought he did have. We have chosen not to circumcise theus, as well as his brother Zach. Now his older 2 brothers are circumcised. The reason because I was 19 years old when I had my first, and I was basically raised around my 2 girl cousins. So, and even if I was around a lot of boys, I don't think that would have been discussed with me anyway. But when it was brought to my attention about circumcision, I had never even knew that something was done to guys or anything like that. So when I was asked if I was going to circumcise my first, I kind of asked what that was, and I was basically told, oh honey, that's just what you do when you have a little boy. They'll get infections if you don't. And I said, oh, okay, well then of course I want to do it. I don't want my son to have an infection. So I did it. By the time I got pregnant with my second one, I had learned that some of those things that I had been told were not exactly true, and things were starting to change around that time. But I was like, well, I already did the first one and it's fine. So I don't want them to, one of them be like, why am I like this and why am I like that and stuff. So I was like, fine, I'll just do it again. And they don't look alike. Well, I don't really go, they're 12 and 13 years old, so I don't really go to bathroom with them anymore. But when they were toddlers, just, everybody is different, People can have the same noses, but they can just look different, But, so, anyhow, when I got pregnant with my daughter, I had done a whole lot of research on it. And from what I understood and what I read, I was like, why do we put our little boys through this pain? Just so that they can look how society thinks they should look? I was wondering, why do we put our little boys through this pain? Because basically what I read was that they'll get an infection if they're not exactly true. From what I read, the foreskin actually has a purpose to keep infection out. And once they're older and it is retractable, they just have to clean it. I mean, just like anything else. I mean, if you don't brush your teeth, you can get an infection. If you don't clean under your fingernails, I'm sure you can get an infection if you leave dirt there for so long. So it just has to be cleaned, just common sense. Another myth that I had heard was, about women who are with men who have a higher chance of having cervical cancer and stuff like that. That also is not true. Obviously, if you're with a guy who is not circumcised or circumcised, if you're in a relationship together, then all is fine. But if you're not in a committed relationship, use protection. I mean, common sense, So, those were some of my reasonings for circumcising and some of my reasonings that didn't make sense on why I'm circumcised. From what I've read and what I understand and talking to people and talking to my doctors and everybody else, the only reason that they say to circumcise is whether it's just your personal preference or religious beliefs, or you want them to look like dad, it's all basically cosmetic. And my feeling, and I am not judging anybody, if you choose to circumcise your son, if you believe, if somebody has told you these, what I consider myths, but if you totally believe that those are true, then you've got to do what you're comfortable with. And if you're not comfortable with not circumcising them because you're concerned that these things could actually happen, then do what feels right for you. I'm doing what feels right for me. And what I feel for my son is, it is not my penis. It is not my husband's penis. It is not his brothers or aunts, uncles, or grandpas. None of those. It is his. And it's not my choice to make if there's no medical benefit behind it. And I don't see that there is any medical benefit behind it. So I have chosen to leave that decision up to him. Now, I have circumcised my 2 older boys, and there's really nothing I can do if they come and say, Mom, why did you do this to me? I don't like how I look, I don't like how it feels, or whatever. But I can't do anything about that. But if he comes to me and says, Mom, I really wish you would have circumcised me, I can still say, all right, well, let's go get it done. And he'll be happy, I doubt that they will be unhappy with that. I've talked to people who have had husbands who are not circumcised and everything else, and nobody has ever told me that he was very upset with not being circumcised. So with that said, we chose not to circumcise our son. And the doctor basically said he does not have Hypospaidious. I hope I'm saying that right. And he basically has an undeveloped foreskin. So he has basically a hood. Basically, the foreskin that was developing around is there on the top, but on the bottom it is not there. So in an uncircumcised little boy, the head of the penis is usually not visible, and his is. So he kind of looks like he's circumcised, but it doesn't look horrible or anything like that. So we're going to leave it alone. The doctor said just watch him and make sure that it does not bend or anything when he's got to pee. Make sure it comes out of the tip, because he looked for any other holes to to make sure it was not Hypospaidious, but he could not find any. So I am really, really just happy with that. That really is a good thing. Other than that, we're doing really great. He goes to his pediatrician appointment next Tuesday, so that will be his 2-month checkup, even though he's closer to 3 months. So that'll be great. We have been experimenting with the pacifier since he is a passy baby. He does like to suck on his pacifiers. He's a passy baby. So we used the Soothy when he was first born. And I don't have one of those available, but I have one similar to it. And he didn't really take to it too much. I didn't think much of it. I just figured he didn't really like pacifiers. One day he was changing him on the changing table, and and I stuck a mam in his mouth, and he really liked that one. He took that one for a while. My mom was kind of upset by the holes in it because it has holes, and you can see his lips kind of pushing through the holes, which I have a little video of him. And then, so we actually went and bought a Advent pacifier, which is what he has attached to him because he loses them. And, you know, that one really works better and it has less holes. He seems to like this pacifier better. It's got a nice little clip on it. I'm going to show you the 3 different pacifiers that I have. This pacifier, the mam, as you can see, it's got some little holes in it. And this is the Advent. It also has some little holes in it, but it comes with a little nice handy cover to go over the nipple for when I'm putting it in the diaper bag, it doesn't get dirty. This is another one that he took, which is similar to the Soothy, which I don't know where one of those is, but it's same concept with a little hole where you can put your finger. Anyway, other than that, I really don't know what I can really update y'all on. He is 12 pounds even. We do not have Hypospaidious, and we do not need any kind of surgery. Next week is his pediatrician appointment, so we will get an official weight there. When he did go to the doctor to be checked for the birth defect, they got him in at 12 pounds 5 ounces. He did not lose any weight. They weighed him with his clothes on, and he had a poopy diaper, so I'm pretty confident in his weight gain as far as that's concerned. But we're doing really good. My husband did go for the consultation on the biopsy. He has, I guess they did a CAT scan, and one of his lymph nodes was kind of swollen. They really are hoping that it's nothing, and they really say that normally it is nothing, but because he does have this kidney problem and they don't really know what caused it, they sent us to another doctor to see if he thought that we should take it out. And he said normally with a man as young as my husband, they would not worry about it. They would just say, let's just wash it. But because he does have the kidney infection, they'd rather be safe than sorry. So they're going to take it out and see if it's cancerous, and we could really use some prayers on that, on all of that. But other than that, I will see you all next week for week 12. And have a great day, and I will see y'all later. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, share, and give a thumbs up. I'm thinking of doing some other little videos that are not necessarily based around him. Well, some of them may be based around him just because I am a mom of a newborn, but just some, I don't know, breastfeeding videos, things like that that I've seen other YouTubers do. And so hopefully y'all will enjoy those. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.